My mum's making a racket downstairs and she knows I'm filming. Thanks, Mum! Hi guys! Today I am going to do a rundown of all the things I did in 2012. Well, not all the things, but a highlight of the things I did in 2012, mainly for my own record, so that I can sort of look back at this video in a year's time and go, oh, that's what I did in 2012, and then I can make one at the beginning of next year and say, oh, that's what I did in 2013. I think it's quite cool to have a record because it's so easy to forget things, and I take a lot of photographs and obviously I film, so I video quite a lot of stuff, but I think it's so easy to remember the photograph or remember the video rather than remember the actual day or the actual moment when that photograph was taken. So I'm going to do a rundown of 2012 of a few things. I feel like I'm going to forget some stuff, but that's okay, let's go. So at the start of 2012, I wasn't particularly happy. I was still at school in sixth form. I was incredibly stressed. I can't even count how many times I was up in the photography department at about 6 o'clock in the evening after a full day of school. And I used to work through all of my lunch breaks and all of my free periods because it was so busy all the time. I was a head student as well, and I was in plays and I was just doing everything. I was so busy and so stressed. And there was a lot of times where I was in tears from how stressed I was. There was a lot going on and I was very stressed. I didn't like a lot of the courses I did like I did in my first year of A-levels, because in year 12 I absolutely loved sixth form. I was so happy, it was like one of the best years of my life. And then the second year I went back and everything just was destroyed. Everything was just went to shit, and it wasn't a particularly brilliant year. I spent a lot of it in tears, I spent a lot of it on my own. I didn't feel comfortable around a lot of my friends at the time. I felt quite left out a lot, and I don't know if they know that, but I did feel quite left out a lot of the time. So I started off 2012 not particularly brilliantly, but it did get better. Another downer of 2012 is I applied for 6 drama schools and didn't get in anywhere. Now, if you want to be a performer or an actress or a dancer or a singer and you want to go to drama school, then prepare yourself for that, because a lot of people do not get in first time. It takes a lot of people 3 times, 2 times, sometimes even more than that. And I'm convinced that I'll continue auditioning until I get in. Whether that's 10 times, I will keep trying because I really want to go. So I spent a lot of time doing these auditions, preparing for these auditions, learning all the pieces, getting nervous about these auditions, travelling to them, and I didn't get in anywhere. So I applied for 6, auditioned for 6, didn't get in anywhere. But I did get in on a summer course to study Shakespeare at LAMDA. However, they were asking for £3,000 for 4 weeks, and I was a bit like, well, I can't afford that. What 17-year-old can afford that much money? I mean, what? Just what? So I didn't do that, which was a massive shame, because it would have been great to do, but I'm not that rich, so I couldn't do it. Then on May the 18th I turned 18, which was really cool because I was legally an adult and I was legally allowed to do all the things I was doing before. And don't lie, if you're in England specifically, everyone starts drinking at around 15 years old, probably sometimes younger. So I'm not a really bad person, it's just normal and it's part of our culture. But now, 18, I can do it legally, which is brilliant. Then I finished school and we had our year 13 prom, which was a bit shit really. We turned up late, which we didn't think was that late. It started at 7 and we got there at 7:30 and people had already sat down and were already having their meals served, so we were like, what? But it was an excuse to dress up and have a few drinks. After I finished sixth form, I only had my Saturday job and a few odd jobs here and there. I didn't have anything to do, and I really wanted to have my summer holidays because I had spent 2 years completely stressing out, especially that last year of sixth form. So I decided I'm not going to do anything, I'm not going to apply for any jobs, I'm just going to chill out and enjoy my summer holidays. Little did I know that was possibly the worst thing I could have done, because I spent most of my time lying on my bed, lying on the sofa, doing absolutely nothing. I could have made YouTube videos every day, and I did make a lot of content while I wasn't at school, while I wasn't doing anything, but not going out and seeing anyone and not doing anything and not really having any responsibilities sort of takes a toll on your mind after a while. So if you are planning on doing a gap year, or if you are planning on not getting a job or anything like that, kind of find something to do, because honestly, staying at home on your own all day with nothing to do really does drive you ever so slightly mad. Because I had all this spare time, I spent a lot more time on YouTube, and I've made so many friends from YouTube, I can't even list all of them, but I think the one that stands out is Jessie, who's Sunbeams Jess. I've met up with her twice now, and I talk to her on Twitter and things like that, I watch all her videos. and hopefully in the future we'll meet up a lot more and we'll become a lot better friends, because she is so lovely, and I'm looking forward to getting to know her a bit more and spend more time with her. I gained support from a lot of the people I watch, whether that was on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. It's nice to know that the people you sort of look up to and aspire to be like what you're doing and have clicked that button to support you. Then I went to Malia on an 18 to 30 holiday, which was slightly mental. It was drinking every day, drinking every night, lying around the pool and meeting loads of people and just generally having a really good time. It was just a really nice way to top off my education and go with some of my closest friends, and it was really, really good fun. But I came back with a horrific cold, because a lot of people get colds when they go on these kind of holidays, because everyone from across the UK and sometimes the world bring all their coughs and colds and spread it around everywhere. So I got quite ill, my friend got ill as well. And then a day later I went to Reading Festival, which was strange because I was kind of homesick, I was ill as well, and it was raining. It didn't rain as bad as it did last year, but it was quite wet. I spent quite a lot of Reading Festival on my own because I wanted to go watch bands and I wanted to actually get right into the crowd and watch them, whereas a lot of our lot just wanted to stay at the tents and drink and chill out, which is fine because, well, that's what festivals are about, having a good time and doing what you want. But I wanted to go see a lot of bands, so I did. Then me and my mum went to Harry Potter Universal Studios, which was so cool. I've watched Harry Potter and read Harry Potter ever since I was really little, so it's a huge part of my childhood. My mum used to read it to me when I was little, and me, my mum and my nana and granddad used to go and watch the new films every time they came out. So it's a big part of my childhood and it's linked quite strongly to my family. So to go to Universal Studios and see all the things that were used in the film, see the sets, walk on the sets, see all the mechanics, see everything that you've just watched throughout the years was incredible, and me and my mum cried several times. If you've been to the Harry Potter Studios, I'm sure you can imagine which bits it was that we got quite emotional at. I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to ruin it for anyone that's going to go, but it just was really emotional for us, which some of you might not understand, but it was, and we cried with happiness because it was just such an amazing experience. So that was definitely a highlight of my year. Then I went to a London meet-up on my own where I met Prank vs Prank, Charlie McDonnell, Sam Pepper and Louis. So that was a really cool day. I did wait outside for hours, but it was all part of the experience and I got chatting to some of the people in the queue eventually, so it was a good day. I actually vlogged that day, so I'll put a link to that video in the description. And the last thing is I went to Festive Gathering with Jessie and we met loads of people. I met some of my YouTube friends and we had lunch with Fleur de Force, and then we ran into Zoe and everyone. So it was all a little bit crazy and a little bit mad, and we were both a little bit like, whoa, what just happened? It's all a bit strange. And it was just generally an odd situation, but it was a really good fun day and I had a brilliant time with Jessie and everyone that I met. That was my Sims app. That's it, I have got to the end of my highlights of 2012. I think that's it. I may have forgotten something because a year is a long time and a lot happens in a year, and it's sort of split into two halves because I went to school and then I finished school, and then from then on it's sort of very different. But I hope you liked this video. I do really enjoy just sitting here and talking to you guys, so if you like these vloggy type videos, just me chatting to you, let me know in the comments below and I'll do them more frequently. I do love doing my fashion videos and I will continue to do them, but I just like to do these ones every now and then. So if you like them, let me know. Remember, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, you can comment, like, subscribe. All my links are in the description below if you want to go and check out my other network sites. And that's it. I love you guys loads. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!